Tonight, we journey deep into the dark heart of the Philippines, an archipelago surrounded by mist, superstition, and centuries of folklore. From forest giants who watch from the treetops to winged predators that tear through the night sky, these are the stories that grandparents still whisper about, that locals swear are real, and that many say still haunt the islands this very day. Welcome to Off the Mystery, a channel hosted by real people, no AI voices, just Fofi, bringing you the eerie, the unexplained, and the truly chilling. So lock your doors, keep the lights on, and let's begin. High above the forest floor, where the air smells of moss and tobacco smoke, something watches. The Kapre, a towering, dark, hairy giant, is said to dwell in ancient trees like the balete, acacia, or even the old mango. Often described as 7 to 9 feet tall, its eyes burn red in the dark, and a thick cloud of cigar smoke trails wherever it goes. Locals claim that when you smell strong tobacco in the middle of the forest at night, even when no one is around, a Kapre is near. He may be watching you, silently, patiently. In many tales, the Kapre is not pure evil, but a spirit of the woods, angered by disrespect. Chopped down its tree without asking permission, and you might never find your way home again. People say he can bend light and sound, confusing your senses of direction. Hikers tell stories of walking in circles for hours and hours, hearing voices of loved ones calling from the darkness, only to discover it was a Kapre playing tricks. But there are gentler stories too. Some describe the Kapre as a lonely guardian, even befriending children or protecting farmers who honor the land. Still, have you ever seen unseen eyes following you through branches? Don't ever look up, because if you meet a Kapre's gaze, misfortune might never leave you. Half man, half horse, and entirely unsettling, the Tikbalang roams rural trails, waiting for travelers who stray from the path. Standing up to 10 feet tall, with the head of a horse and the body of a human. It's one of the most infamous tricksters in Filipino folklore. Many say that Tikbalang loves to toy with humans. It makes you walk in circles, whispering laughter in the wind as you pass the same tree over and over again. Some stories say that if you suddenly find yourself lost on a familiar trail, or if the air grows cold without warning, a Tikbalang is near. It's said they enjoy making travelers panic, dropping items, slipping on rocks, or even wandering dangerously close to cliffs. To escape, there's an old trick. Take your t-shirt off and wear it inside out. For reasons unknown, this confuses the Tikbalang, breaking its illusion and letting you go free. One ancient story tells of a hunter who dared to confront a Tikbalang. He snuck up behind it, plucked 3 golden hairs from its mane, and the beast became his loyal guardian for life. But not all who try are so lucky. Most never find their way back. So if you're hiking through the misty mountains of Luzon or the forests of Mindanao and you hear hooves in the fog, don't run. Just remember to turn your shirt inside out. She looks human until she isn't. The Manananggal is one of the most terrifying creatures in Filipino mythology. A vampire-like woman who detaches herself, her upper body from legs, and flies through the night searching for prey. By day, she appears beautiful and kind, blending perfectly into village life. But at night, under the full moon, her torso splits from her lower half, enormous bat wings sprouting from her back. She hunts the sleeping and the helpless, especially pregnant women, who she preys upon by feeding on their unborn children. Villagers tell stories of hearing faint flaps of wings on quiet nights, a sound that instantly freezes the blood. Dogs howl uncontrollably, chickens panic without reason, and then silence. Her tongue, long and thread-like, is said to slither through cracks in windows to reach her victims. To this day, some old homes keep bowls of salt or crushed garlic near windows to ward her off. There's only one way to kill a Manananggal. Find her abandoned lower body, left hidden near banana trees or fields, and sprinkle salt, ash, or crushed garlic over the open wound. When she returns, she won't be able to reattach, and it will perish at sunrise. Even now, villagers claim to have seen strange women with no shadows or fainted winged figures in the distance when the moon is full. So if ever you're in a quiet rural town in the Philippines and the night air feels too still, listen carefully. Because once the Manananggal sets her eyes on you, she never misses twice. Every country has its own ghost stories, but in the Philippines, the White Lady is one of the most people claim to have seen. She appears on lonely roads, long hair covering her face, dressed in white, silent and still. Drivers swear she manifests in the middle of the road, or even inside the backseat of moving cars. The most infamous legend surrounds Balete Drive in Quezon City. For decades, taxi drivers have told chilling tales of picking up a young woman late at night. Pale, quiet, dressed in white, they drive her to her destination. But when they glance in the rear view mirror, the backseat is empty. Others have seen her on bridges, beaches, or old houses, said to be the restless spirit of a woman who suffered a violent death, often involving betrayal. Some versions say she was a bride left at the altar, others a victim of an accident or assault. People who claim to have locked eyes with her described an overwhelming sadness when suddenly you feel paralysis, as if she drains your energy just by looking at you. Physics believe she isn't evil, just lost, trapped between worlds. But there are darker tales too, of drivers who mocked her or refused to stop, only to crash minutes later. So if you're driving down on a lonely road in the Philippines and you see a woman in white standing in the middle of the lane, whatever you do, don't look away. The final creature on our list is perhaps the most disturbing of them all, because it uses the one sound no human can ignore: a baby's cry. The Tiyanak lures its victims by mimicking the sound of crying infant. Travelers hear the faint wail of a child deep in the forest or by the roadside and instinctively go to help. But when they approach, the baby transforms into a tiny, sharp-toothed monster with red eyes and twisted limbs, attacking with inhuman strength. Some say that Tiyanak is the soul of an unbaptized child, cursed to wander the earth for eternity. Others claim it's a demon in disguise, exploiting human compassion to feed on fear. Old stories from Batangas and Pampanga tell of hunters vanishing after chasing the sound of crying child. The next morning, only footprints, small, barefoot, and leading into the trees, are found. There's a chilling superstition. If you hear a baby crying at night, you must not follow the sound. Instead, remove your shirt, turn it inside out, and pray, much like escaping the Tikbalang. The inversion supposedly confuses the Tiyanak, revealing its demonic nature. It's said that when the creature fails to lure someone, it screams in frustration. A cry far more horrifying than any human sound. The Tiyanak teaches one cruel lesson: not everything that sounds innocent deserves your trust. So be careful. From the watchful eyes of the Kapre to the deceptive cries of the Tiyanak, Filipino lore is filled with monsters that embody the fears, morals, and mysteries of its people. Some say these stories are just myths. Others believe that they're fragments of truth, glimpses into something we've forgotten how to see. Whether they're real or just echoes of imagination, one thing is certain: they've survived centuries of retelling for a reason. Thank you for watching Off the Mystery. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Since we're a new channel, we'd appreciate the support. Let us know what mysteries you would want us to explore next, because every legend starts somewhere, and some still walk among us.